Hey guys, welcome to the first of many videos of the garage conversion. This is the planning stage, or the initial first part of it, where we will be getting everything sorted. As you can see, it's a bit of a mess. We've got the gym set up that's in here, some stuff, an old cot that's getting sold. We've got all damaged roof. We've got this terrible lights that's been put in when we bought the place. We've got the delivery of everything here. We've got the dog there, who's going to be in probably most of the videos. Springer Spaniel, known as Velcro dogs. They stick with you all the time. We've got our flooring, which I may have jumped the gun and bought this already, because I'm going to have to reshuffle this and double handle this multiple times throughout the whole flooring situation. But once we get going, we'll be able to get this straight down. They've got some big LVLs because the slope on the garage from this end down to this end, it works out about 200 millimeters or so. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut from one end of the LVL down to the other, and we're going to take you through a bit of a journey of how to set out from this end down to this end with a laser level, without a laser level. Just in case you don't have all the equipment. As I say, like, I'm a DIY sort of guy. Things that I've done before, I'm basically, my background is a gas engineer from the UK that moved to Sydney, Australia, continued working in something called hydronic heating, which is central heating basically for anyone who's from back home in the UK. The idea of this now is going to be put one board down here, and then we're going to rip every single one of them via a string line. That'll be across here or laser level. I'll probably do a video on both of them, as there's not too much out there on YouTube of how to do this, and we'll be able to work out everything from these lines. And everything down this end was already on the wall. I've marked it out of where these LVLs will sit. So that's the first video here. There'll probably be a bit longer, a bit more in depth when we start getting rolling. You'll see all this go. Everything will be moved around while we do it. But this is it. We've got everything from wall framing that's going to be on here. We're going to build a wall all the way across here so that we can isolate the two and have some storage on this side. And then on this side, we're going to have a rumpus for the kids where they can store their toys when we just close the door. We're going to have some cabinetry down here where we can store stuff, have a TV, a little bed here, an office, sort of study nook down there for my work. And then the gym's going to be set up along this back wall here. We're going to have some stuff that gets taken away and gets replaced. So this bench here, it's just been probably one of the hardest things to use because it's always on a slope. As soon as you stack it up with any sort of weight, you can see that it tilts that way. That's going to be level. It's going to be on an inbuilt wall squat rack that folds away, so if we have guests over and they're sleeping in this room, they don't have to sleep on a squat rack basically. All the lights and ceilings probably going to have to get readjusted. When we bought the place, there's holes everywhere. There's this bike thing which needs to come down. The lights are obviously, this is just bare cable going across there. I don't know how they managed that. We had this replaced, as we had a garage door that literally just came up and slid across here, which was very intrusive in there. Up here we've got a little storage area which I managed to destroy when I was putting up the Christmas tree. So this all needs repairing. It might even get extended a little bit bigger so that we can actually get things up there. There's all the cables exposed, which will then be hidden behind a wall. Same thing over here. This is an old one. This door will be blocked across. On that side, it's just tool storage that has access from the outside. And then if everything will flow from here, we're going to adjust the steps accordingly, and then just have this same floor flow into this room. And that's it, yeah. So episode 1 done.